Hi, welcome to episode 3 of More
Can you hear me now?
Shut up. Hello, welcome to episode 3 of More Sports. I'm your host, Deb Moore. I got a special guest with me tonight, and it is Kyle Crump. Say hi, Kyle.
Hey guys.
Kyle, would you like to introduce yourself to the nice audience tonight?
So, a couple years back, Devin used to have a radio show, and I came on for a couple episodes where he challenged gamers not being real athletes, and I challenged that, and I roasted him.
Yeah, he did roast me. I personally, like I said on my first episode, I don't think they're athletes, but we're going to talk about that later on in the episode and, stuff like that.
Yeah, I heard that. I may have to come on for another episode just to roast you.
I mean, it's what they like. If you want to roast me now, you can. I mean, it's going to make somebody's day here.
Okay. We'll have to see about that.
But yeah, so we're going to talk. So today, that's going to be our main subject. We're going to talk about e-gamers because, screw it.
I thought we were talking about the big
Oh
fight.
yeah, we are. We're going to talk about multiple things here on this channel, Kyle. I haven't really told Kyle the rundown of my show here. The rundown of my show is, as we all know, I talk about random sport events, and I give my opinion. And with Kyle here, he can give his opinion, and we can debate it. Instead of me, just sitting here in the microphone like a loser in my dorm.
By yourself.
Yeah.
In your dorm,
Kyle, do you want to explain
on a Friday night at
Exactly.
12?
Kyle, do you want to explain to the people where we're recording right now?
Well, we're currently staying in a guy's dorm on our campus, and it is not the best. I literally just picked up a roach with a receipt. We don't have cups, so we've been using water bottles. We've cut the water bottles in half. This is how poor we are.
We're very poor.
It's college living right here, boys and girls.
Oh yeah, so please donate to my cause so we're not drinking out of half-used water bottles and showering in the creek bed. We have a creek bed behind our dorm.
Don't lie to them. You monster. We don't have a creek, we have a leaky shower.
Yeah.
It's not that good, but I mean, it gets the job done.
Yeah, well,
I mean, I lived in this dorm last year. It wasn't good.
dude, are you kidding me? I can hear everything.
So, at one point, my toilet converted into a waterfall for the people below me. I feel bad for my friends down there. And then we didn't have air at all. And then when they fixed the air, the power would shut off. Like any dorm would. So we didn't have air for about a year.
Dude, that sucks. I was living the high life. I was living in the fancy apartments last year.
Yeah, I heard.
It was great. Great.
We were out there partying with all the women.
Oh yeah, partying, playing water pong. Kids play water pong, not beer pong.
Was that party he actually was playing water pong?
That's right. So we're gonna talk about water pong too. It's the best alternative, and nobody gets in
Are we
trouble.
really going to talk about that, or are you just trying to make a segment?
I'm just trying to make a segment. We can talk about water pong and how it's nice and relaxing and shit like that.
Let's say we didn't, and we'll pretend we did.
Yeah, let's do that.
So, what we have...
We're gonna break it down after this. All right, we're gonna start.
they heard you, right?
Yeah. Oh crap. Yeah. You know what? This segment's going great. This intro segment's going great. So Kyle,
This
what are we
man
gonna talk
is a
about first?
genius, I promise you. I just haven't figured out how yet.
So Kyle, what are we gonna talk about first?
So we're going to talk about the big fight, Thiago Santos' final preparation for John Jones. So welcome back.
All right, guys. So the first thing we are going to talk about, like Kyle said, was UFC 239, the main event. John Jones versus, how do you say, Kyle? I'm not good with Spanish.
I think it was...
Oh, Thiago Santanos.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
That guy.
I apologize for any of our Hispanic listeners.
My Spanish is no good.
Yeah, we're not really good at this.
No, we're two white boys. We ain't good with the
Don't
Spanish.
sugarcoat it over here.
I mean, I'm not good with the Spanish. You're good with the Spanish.
I never said that.
I thought you went to Mexico for a mission trip.
I went to Honduras.
Isn't that the same language?
No, there's different languages or different phrases for different regions.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Like, for instance, confite meant candy in Honduras, but it did not mean that in other places. Like, when I talk to my Hispanic-speaking friends, and you also know, because we go to school with them, we're not going to say where, but they had no clue what that word was, and yeah.
I know tequila.
Really, do you now?
Tequila. Just walking to the bar. Mi tequila. And I swear you not, all the Hispanics in the bar, tequila.
So Devin, this is how we get shot here.
They don't know our faces, they just know our voices.
Yeah, they're gonna hear your voice. They're gonna be like, bam, bam.
Oh, well, I'm not trying to be racist. I'm just telling you what I've seen.
All right,
Anyway, back to the UFC.
I'm gonna apologize for my friend, and I'm also gonna apologize for any squeaking noises you hear. Like we said, we're not in too good of a dorm,
No,
so
we're in
we
a-
literally just found these chairs in the closet.
Yeah, we live in a crappy dorm, but it's okay. It could be worse. I don't want to go on a rant.
I
about-
mean,
don't-
I can.
I don't think we want to talk about Roberts.
Oh no, we don't talk about that.
It would be like living in a
I
prison.
literally lived through insects flying out of my hair because I lived through a plague.
Dude, that's great. That's a good time to be alive right there.
I know. Although last time we were in this dorm, well, I was, my toilet broke and it started making a waterfall, and I didn't have air for an entire year.
Only at this school.
Only at this school. We're not going to tell you where our school is because
We want to keep some privacy, to be fair.
And says someone works at said school. Well, we both work at said
Yeah,
school.
we both work at said school in
Yeah.
athletic positions.
And that's true.
So-
I did tell my listeners that the first episode, but I didn't say where. So I know what I'm talking about. If somebody's like, this kid's an idiot. College football is life.
I mean, basketball's not too bad.
No, I love college basketball.
It's my jam.
It is our jam. Anyway, back to UFC 232. Anyway, the co-main
Can
event-
you tell me their weight limits?
God, I don't know. They did the weigh-in. It might be in this article here. The weigh-in. I know John Jones. He might be a middle. I know he's a light heavyweight.
Didn't you say there were featherweights earlier?
Yeah, but they're not featherweights. You and me personally would be in the featherweight class.
Yeah,
I
okay.
guess.
I'm barely scraping 133.
Are you really down to 133?
I mean, how active I am?
Oh, yeah, true.
I may eat like Shaggy from Scooby Doo, but man, it's hard to retain weight,
Well,
especially with boxing.
really?
Mm-hmm. What about you?
I'm at 144. I mean, I've met with my trainer. I need to meet with my trainer this week. It doesn't help that we kind of went off eating pizza and snacking on candy during.
You suggested the place.
I know I was hungry. I was really hungry. I really just didn't want Chinese. Emily was over here like, I want Chinese. Let's get Chinese. No.
I don't think they know who this is. You're just name dropping people, boy.
Oh, we were with our friend Emily and James, and she really wanted Chinese. And I
Devin doesn't care for Chinese food.
We know a good bit of people who live around here that actually don't care for it, believe it or not.
Yeah, but there's like Chinese restaurants everywhere. That and Mexican everywhere.
It's mostly Mexican restaurants, if we're being fair, where we live.
God, yes. And they're
No, we're
also-
not that close to the border.
No, that's the scary part.
How's that scary?
I don't know.
What's wrong, Donald Trump?
It's gonna build a wall. It's gonna be huge.
All right, we need to get
Okay,
away from politics
we
quick.
need to get back to UFC 232. All right, I don't know the full event. I just know about the main event and the co-main event.
All right, tell me what it's about. I mean, we've done a couple of our fights back in the day.
I mean, like, the co-main event is the women event, which, oh man, the women in the UFC, bro, like, they've gotten popular. Like, they're at the point now where they're mainstream. Have you noticed that?
I actually have.
What do you think about
It's
that,
it's like it's gotten very popular and well advertised.
Mm-hmm. Power of marketing, bro.
I'm quite tempted to actually talk to you about a recent event that actually happened in the city we live in.
Oh, good. We'll talk about it here in a minute. But what do you think about women in UFC? Do you think they're getting treated equally now? I think they are. They're
I
getting
think they're getting treated much better.
much better.
Yes.
You don't think they're not like, because you know the UFC, bro, they got them ring
I mean,
girls.
they gotten a lot. They were treated much worse back in the day.
that's like-
very objectified.
Mm-hmm.
They're getting a lot more respect. It is 2019, so I mean, we're getting a lot better about how we treat women.
That's right. In the workplace and in sports.
Although I will say wherever you go, like there will be radical groups like radical feminists and other things.
Actually, do you know there's actually the first ever cut woman? Like, you know what a cut man is?
I actually do not. Would you like to explain to the viewers and I?
Yeah, so a cut man is someone that actually, you know, that people that, you know, when the fighters get in their corner, the people stitching them up, those are called cut men.
All
the
right.
UFC has the first ever cut woman.
Hey,
Dude, she is freaking like a beast. Like she said, she works at she started out working at a post office, and she somehow met somebody.
Wait, how do you go from a post office to there?
Well, like she had to go work at small promotions,
Fair.
to get exposure.
You do have to work your way up in most situations.
Yeah, and she,
I mean, we both started from nothing.
we still starting from nothing. Shoot, dog.
We got screwed over way too much.
Uh,
Especially
You
me.
got it the worst, dude. I've got a pretty decent deal. But yeah, man, that's like.
Hey, I tried to put your name in there for it.
Yeah, I know. Then that coaching staff changed, and I was like,
It didn't help at all.
yeah, I know. I was like, oh well,
I tried.
it don't matter. But nah, so like a cut man is the people that stitch them up
Mm-hmm.
and stuff like that, and they actually tape them up too before the fight,
So like a trainer.
pretty much. And the cut woman, I watched her documentary. She's on YouTube, so if you guys want to go on YouTube, just type in UFC cut woman, and she'll pop up. I forget her name. It's something I can't even pronounce to save my life. And she's pretty she's pretty good. Like, oh, you're gonna Google it on the laptop?
Well, I wasn't gonna do it, so I was gonna do it so I looked like you knew, but you know.
I don't know what I'm doing here. God, as we type in UFC cut woman, I don't know, like crazy pops up.
Oh,
no,
no.
internet.
So actually, their name is No Internet.
Their name is no internet. God, this is what we're talking about, folks.
This is the college dorm we're in, okay?
Oh God,
We are close to where the router is and everything.
God, no,
But we can't get any signal.
Got no internet. God, I ain't taking this nowhere else. That's why you want to finish this recording in our student center, huh? That'd be awkward. What are you boys talking about?
Sports.
Nothing.
Yeah, say nothing. That's not suspicious at all, Devin.
No, you think it's that one security guard that gets on our nerves? He's just gonna pop up like, "What you boys?"
I mean, I got that one friend. Well, I got those.
I'm friends with two of them. One's a preacher and an undertaker.
Oh, the twins.
What? No, that's one person. That's one person,
That's a
dude.
depressing job.
It's an interesting job to say the least.
Oh, here we go. Oh, good. She ain't popping up. It ain't put.
It says
This
John
lady.
Jones. Okay.
That's that
Do
lady.
you have a name? Tell me her name from just her picture, Devin.
Click on her. It'll pop up on the side. You know how Google search.
Dang, the internet's slow. I forgot about that. Hey, it's better than no internet, though.
God, yes, we wouldn't be recording this podcast right now if we didn't have internet. But yeah, so back to that.
We're
one.
still waiting for it to load.
So yeah, so do you think? Actually, Kyle, do you think? So you think UFC actually?
I think they're treating women
You
better.
think they're treating their women out? Do you think women are starting to get more into combat sports, extreme sports? Actually,
I will say, I'm not going to say yes, but I will say I have seen a lot more advertising for women's sports
In
just the
general?
last week.
really?
Yeah. I mean, I've seen stuff for hot dog eating contests for women.
Really?
USC, I'm not even kidding about that. Like
Is
women.
this happening in town?
Actually, yeah, that's what I was talking about. There's like a huge eating competition to have, and you know how much I love food. I
Wait,
made
when is it?
it already happened, man.
We
The,
missed
the
it.
record was about 30.
Oh,
30 hot dogs, and I could beat that.
That's easy.
I know.
That was easy.
With how much I eat, I could eat that in like a minute.
So do you think overall, that's what I was going to talk, I'm glad I got somebody on here, because I personally think women's sports has grown.
Oh, it's definitely grown a lot
and
more.
exposure is getting better.
Now, I know this is a touchy subject for you, but what about women gaming?
I mean, if they want to play,
Speak your mind, boy.
I mean,
Speak your mind.
if they want to play video games, let them, dog. I mean, there ain't nothing sexist about it. If everybody wants
No, but do you think we have an uprising in more female gamers?
I mean, yeah, I've seen it.
Because for a while, it was
That's
extremely
their
objective.
name.
They can't see that. Would you like to share with the class?
It's something. Last name is Valentine. It's
Aliska,
I knew it was something crazy.
Aliska Girl Swansea Valentine. That can't. I've had to say something wrong.
I'm not right with that picture. All right, her last name is Valentine. There you go.
We know that much.
And
Combined, we know that much.
either way, if you guys see a woman on UFC stitching someone up, her last name is Valentine. She's pretty good at her job. Literally, one of her fights, she put the stitch in. Usually, the stitch pops right out midway through the fight. Nope, one of her stitches last the whole round.
Are you advertising for her?
I am just to help her out. I mean, I know I'm a
Yeah,
small-
because she needs us with our fan base in Portland.
I mean, UFC travels. For all
Dang,
you-
this internet's slow.
I know it's gonna be a long. It's gonna be a
Is
long.
this a pop-up? Nope, it's still loading the images.
God, it's gonna be a long.
It's an attractive picture right there.
God, it's a lady in a jumpsuit.
It's a you know the sauna suits. We also see a sauna suit lady.
A lady with really thin abs. Looks like she ain't eaten like in a month.
Oh dear.
Yeah, you.
Do not objectify women.
No, look at her. She looks like she ain't eaten a month. Get her a sandwich.
I'm not saying it looks good.
I'm not saying it doesn't either. I'm saying get her a
What?
sandwich. She looks like she ain't ate. Like she got the V. Like she works her core. She got the V and everything.
It's an inverted V. It's going in. But can we focus on sauna girl? The girl in the sauna suit who
And
looks like
vomit.
she's about to vomit. I don't know what's happening here, but I'm enjoying the picture. Is there a way for you to make this like your cover for this episode?
I wish. I need to figure.
We need to figure that
I'll
out.
have to play with it another time. But yes, I'll play with it some other time.
All right, so in the future, if you're looking back on any of these episodes, you find this weird picture of this.
Just start seeing weird pictures of the day. Just.
No, this episode is sauna suit girl with her. I'm not even sure what type of beanie that is. It's a blue one with
Random words on it. It's like
something I or you, ZZ, EE, I don't know. It's just enjoyable to watch. The caption says, Fitness Magazine, where's what happens when two women try to cut weight using an insane UFC fighter regimen.
oh.
That'd be an interesting to cover one day. But we're not doing that today.
Oh, there's the opponent. This other girl that's fighting. This girl's in the go back up. No, not that girl. Go up.
That girl?
I mean, this girl's in the main event in the co.
That girl?
Yes.
Megan Anderson?
Her name. Is her name Megan Anderson?
It says it right there. TKO. Cat Zing.
No, that's her real name.
Zingaroo.
Cat Zinging up. Hold on. Look up the. Hold on. Let me look up the co-main event for UFC.
This was definitely planned beforehand. All the looking up was planned. I promise you that.
Yeah, it's weird.
We're clearly professionals
I know.
in our squeaky college chairs.
Oh, no internet again. That's why it's being slow. God bless America.
You needed me to help you with that?
I just need America. I need America.
It was recently 4th of July, so that's why we're so gung ho about God bless America.
God bless. There ain't no internet on my phone.
Have we been recording?
Oh yeah, we've been recorded. Like we're live.
There may have been a slight skip there as he tried to connect to the internet, but
We'll just play with it before we start the next section.
God bless America,
God bless America.
and maybe the internet tonight.
Anyway, let me just tell you the co-main event. It's Holly Holmes, which you know the name Holly Holmes because she beat the crap out of Ronda Rousey like 3
I
years
think
ago.
you told me about this on our last podcast, but I'm not 100%.
Yeah.
I'm
there
not-
we go. Amanda Nunes is the
What'd you call me?
Amanda Nunes is the girl that we
How
just saw.
dare you, good sir.
No, it's Amanda Nunes versus Holly Holm.
Oh, that's the other fighter. Okay.
Yeah, Amanda Nunes and Holly Holm are in the co-main event. Holly Holmes, holy cow, she's a great wrestler, great ground and pound. Like, she's not.
Is she primarily a wrestler?
She has a wrestling background. Amanda Nunes, she's judo and
Okay.
Muay Thai.
I mean, those are pretty.
They're
Grounded.
they're pretty even.
I mean, they're pretty grounded techniques. If we're being honest here.
I mean, I feel like the game plan for Holly is she's obviously going to take her to the ground, but Nunes she's pretty well defended. Obviously going into the camp, I feel like they're going to stay on their feet a lot because I feel like they're both going to be equal in that
Well, to be
sense.
fair, the judo and those are martial arts, which are very grounded in the core,
Yeah.
and so you can't really move around too much. If you're striking, you need to be calculated, and it's about focus and power, and it's a very disciplined technique.
Yeah.
If we're being honest here, so I think this may be a very straightforward one, but I personally haven't watched too many videos of her fighting.
That's like, I only know Holly Holmes because she was like, when she came in,
Mm-hmm.
like she literally, like Ronda Rousey was like, the dominant force in 2013 through.
Well, I remember that. You made me watch
I made you watch Slaughterfest. Like it was
Yeah.
bad. Like Holly Holmes.
I had no clue what was going on.
Holly
if we're being
Holmes.
honest.
Holly Holmes said that belt is mine, and she just like wrecked.
I do
Ronda.
remember Ronda Rousey getting a little owned.
Oh yeah, Ronda Rousey got orange. Holly, she's a great fighter. She'll be a Hall of Famer in my eyes. Amanda Nunes, like looking at their records right now, Holly Holmes 12-4, Amanda Nunes is 17-4. These are both Hall of Famers in my opinion.
All right.
John Jones 24-1, he's a Hall of Famer. This Santino guy, which oh gosh,
Just call him Santino's by his last name,
Yeah,
man.
Santino, he's gonna be another Hall of Famer.
Yeah, so Santino's versus Jones.
Yeah.
I
And these
mean-
other guys,
I mean, Jones is 21-1 to 0. Santino's is 21-6, 0. I mean,
this is gonna be a
These
pretty
aren't
good fight.
bad numbers.
That's like Jones has been on UFC forever,
Yeah.
so he's a pretty well-rounded fighter. Like his kicks are strong. Like
I mean, just because we see them fight doesn't mean they're not well-rounded.
I don't know. Like he's well-rounded throughout the years. Like his.
I mean, remember that one time we fought?
They still want a rematch. I just want you to know that.
Oh yeah, we'll get to it in like never. We're
I'm
gonna make-
not
we're
going to
gonna
say
make-
I
we're gonna make-
disagree with you, but I agree with you on
We're
that
gonna make
one.
promo videos and we're gonna like rent out a venue.
We should explain to them what's going on. So a while back we fought.
2 years ago,
Would you like to tell who won?
you did.
I would say no one won, if we're being honest.
To be honest, our friends would say you won.
Yeah, but he threw about 7 punches. I threw none, and I flipped him twice, and then I walked out of the room.
And I beat up a fridge. It was great.
It was a very weird time in our lives.
Yeah, well, we're okay. Well, I am.
College is very weird.
College is a great time.
I have
you know
almost
what?
died a lot.
Yeah.
And I'm not a very adventurous person. I mean, the things on our campus have tried to kill me. I've been through fire, floods, a plague of insects. I have seen a ghost or two. College is weird, man.
But yeah, so back to this, like John Jones, he's got strong legs. Like he will aim for your legs, and if you attack from the leg,
I mean, it's a stable base. I mean,
that's, he's gonna go for that stable base.
if you disground a fighter, you lose their balance. It's the same thing with most things. If you lose that key factor, you're going to be on the ropes. You're going to be
Exactly.
nervous, and that's when you start making mistakes.
Exactly. And then this guy, I do remember, he's judo. Like he is straight up judo. He favors the clinch a lot.
Which one, Jones or?
No, Santino.
That makes sense.
Santino, he's Brazilian jiu-jitsu. I know, very stereotypical, but that's what he specializes
I mean, that's
in.
very involved in acrobatics, isn't it?
To an extent. Like he favors the
You
clinch.
need flexibility for that one.
Oh, and he has it because I was watching. UFC does this thing where when they do their main events stuff, they'll do like vlogs or whatever, show him in training. He specializes in the clinch, and like, he'll get in the Muay Thai clinch, throw some knees, throw
So
some.
we're throwing in some Muay Thai as well?
Yeah, he gets in the Muay Thai clinch, judo. I think Santino's ground game is going to get Jones in the clinch.
I've always felt like Muay Thai and Judo are very power-hungry moves.
Mm-hmm.
Like the styles are very grounded in core as well as strength, so they're very disciplined and they're very powerful strikes. But I always felt like Taekwondo could do one better than that because it's very flexible. I hate to quote Mulan on this, but it's like a rushing river.
Yeah.
And it can get around things with maneuverability, especially with movement.
I don't know. I feel like the John Jones fight. If
Can you tell me
Santino-
what he favors?
John Jones? He's been in it for so long. I feel like he's a wrestler at heart, but he's been in it so long. He's fought so many guys that specialize in all these different things. So I'd say he's a brawler at heart now.
Can you tell me what? See, with wrestlers though, they normally tend to favor
They're gonna take you to the
core
ground.
work. They want to
Strong core.
push you off your balance.
Exactly. And that's
It's
like,
all the core.
they're gonna take down.
But with a brawler, it's going to take heavy hitters.
He's a heavy hit. Like I said, he's got strong legs. He's probably gonna throw
And
legs.
Santanos is definitely going to try to challenge that with the
He's probably gonna
judo and the leg chops.
He's probably gonna play him out because if you watch a lot of UFC, which I watch a lot of UFC. Me personally, the game plan. If I was going against John Jones, I would try to avoid his legs as much as possible, even his low kicks, because he's probably gonna aim for the low kick. If you
See, you also run into an issue when you go for that one kick. You're gonna have the one leg exposed,
exactly.
and that's when you're most vulnerable. You get that one kick to the leg and you fall.
Exactly. Maybe if Santino catches the leg, which most of them do, he's probably going to secure it, a single leg takedown, boom, move around. Because John Jones has got a strong ground and pound game too. That's the one thing. Like I said, John Jones has been forever. He's got great I can't speak. Great ground and pound game. Because like even in his training camp I watched recently, they have these like dummies that are designed like a fighter, and he's just sitting there.
Yeah, I know the style.
You know this.
I remember from training.
I was like, he was just sitting there, like, in my opinion, John Jones, he's been in it for a good minute. He's a brawler at heart now because he's, fought every discipline there is.
Are we talking more fist or feet?
Fist.
Okay.
And when he's on the ground, he's just going to favor his fist and elbows. He's just going to
You
get
got a favorite hand?
Not that I've noticed. I mean, he's pretty quick. If he gets in that top mount position, he's just going to hammer.
How tall is he?
Because I'm interested to see how his mobility plays a factor into this.
Oh, he's a big dude. 6'3".
That's what I was worried about.
That's
Was
like
6'3" versus 6'2". They're
Oh,
both.
wow. Well, Santino's older than him. Wow, John Jones is only 31.
I mean, yeah, that kind of makes sense to me.
I didn't realize Santino was that old.
But
Well, he looks younger. Santino looks super young. John Jones
That's fair.
kind of.
now,
Yeah. Their reach is pretty good. Yeah, Jones is like dominant in reach.
I mean, he definitely can keep it at a distance, but for how long is the question?
Yeah. That's a lot of things going into training camp because when he got suspended for drugs about actually a year, it's been a year. This part last summer, I had written.
Oh dang, that's about the time of our fight. If we're being honest, was it a year ago?
2.
Dang, how time flies.
Oh, really, James?
We're getting old, Devin. We're gonna have to have that prize fight. Either that or when we're 70.
We're gonna have it. We're gonna have it
We're
soon.
gonna walk in with our walkers and everything.
Dude, I'll have a heart attack and drop dead after one punch.
Devin, if you have an heart attack, I'm probably gonna follow after you out of sympathy.
Well, we'll die together. We'll go to the pearly gates together. It'll be great.
I think I still win technically if that would happen.
Well, great. Good for you.
Don't worry, I have plenty of heart conditions for you.
But no, that's like,
I have enough to share apparently.
well, great.
Genetics, kiddos.
That's great. But no, I didn't know.
I need to come in here and talk about science one day.
No, it's sports and science is a thing.
I know.
I wanted to be
That's
a
why I
sports
said it.
sports scientist. I wanted to be one day. But yeah, I didn't realize. But yeah, when John Jones, because I wrote an article, I wrote about him in a class discussion last summer when I was taking ethics in sports. By the way, if you have to take a sports ethics class, let me just sum it up for you. Don't cheat, all right? 8 weeks of my life.
Were you cheating, Devin?
No, that was the whole point of the class. Don't cheat, and I didn't cheat.
Wait, was that the moral?
That was
The
legit.
moral victory, don't cheat?
Yes, literally. I spent 8 weeks of my life learning. Don't cheat in sports. Don't cheat in sports. I don't care if you got a kid, whatever. Don't cheat in sports.
Wait, you have a kid, Devin?
No, I mean like
I'm learning so much about you tonight.
no. Well, I mean like if any of you listeners got kids, teach them the moral lesson. Don't cheat. The sports world's already messed up. I had to take another class about issues in sports.
You mean sports ethics?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, I ain't taking no oral ethics. This.
I feel like I do need to clarify that though I may pick on Devin a good bit in this, we are very close friends.
Oh yeah, I've been friends for like 5 years now. That's been great. Can't tell them all the crazy stuff I did. I'll get banned on this app and my podcast.
I'm just gonna say one word, sorry, 2 words. Hamster balls.
Oh, dude, that was a fun time.
That's how we met, kiddos.
Oh, great time.
I keep
dude.
calling them kiddos. Is that okay?
I don't know who's listening. I don't have a name.
I don't either. That's why I'm asking.
I don't know who's listening here.
I thought you would know your fan base a little better.
I don't. I'm brand new. Dude, I literally pump out a podcast episode like once every month. Like, I've been so busy. And I'm just...
We gotta change that. You need to get your revenue up. We need to get like advertisement. We're gonna get your face on like billboards.
Dude, I mean, go for it. If you want to pay for the photo session.
We're gonna sponsor you on McDonald's.
Don't try me. I'll be on a McDonald's commercial.
Oh, you will.
I'll promote a Happy Meal.
You ain't gonna be on a Happy Meal.
God,
No kid's gonna buy that. Although, do you know about Happy the Happy Meal?
No, who's happy the Happy Meal?
Oh man.
All right, we'll talk about it in the next segment. Let's finish up this UFC 232,
Okay.
and then we'll go on to Happy the Happy Meal.
So, what else would you like to talk about?
I just feel like in that fight, their reach is pretty good. I just think Santino. I just think that.
What about Santino?
I just think Santino's gonna win that one. I don't know. I just feel like he's gonna.
Is it because of
I just,
his style or
I think his style's gonna help, but John Jones is just a.
his reach is much better, and with a larger man like that, especially someone who can deliver such heavy hits.
I mean, I'd be surprised if they stayed on their feet the whole fight. Cause
I doubt that.
exactly. That's like I'd be surprised if they just stay. Oh, that guy. Yeah, we'll talk about that in a minute. Yeah, I just feel like
I just showed him the picture, and it's horrifying. It's on the equivalent of Majora's Moon, for those nerds out there.
I mean, it's just I just feel like I feel like both fights are gonna end and stand up. I think that's what's gonna be. Like John Jones and Santino, they're gonna be on their feet, and I'd be surprised. They're gonna be on their feet until someone gets knocked down. Either one of them are gonna get on the ground, get in that top mount, and just boom, 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 TKO. I think the fights will be like, it's not gonna be a one and done fight because one, they're both obviously veterans of the sport. They're not gonna be out by one round. It's just gonna be a good main event.
They're gonna both give it a fight.
Exactly.
They're really gonna put up a difficult struggle for the other athlete.
Exactly. And it's not gonna be a one and done. Everybody's gonna be happy. The same for the Holly Holmes.
I don't know if everyone will be happy, but
Well, the fans will be happy.
they're definitely gonna give them something to watch.
Exactly. They're gonna enjoy it because like UFC, they put on great shows. Even in their undercards are usually good. I keep up with their undercards. And the Holly Holmes fight, that one's gonna be.
Do we have information on that? Yes, we do.
Yeah, they're both 135.
They're both
Jesus.
5'7".
Yeah. What? Really? Nunes did not look 5'7".
I did
camera.
not think that either. Actually,
You seen her? I've seen her.
I saw her on camera once, and
She
I did not think
She
that.
did not look 5'7". I thought she was like 5'10".
Devin, I'm 5'6". She's like
She looked 6 foot. I thought she was 6 foot. I was like,
same.
That's a tall lady right there. Wow.
They both have a reach of 69.
That's wow.
They both weigh 135.
Oh, Holly Holmes is 37.
Yeah.
Holy cow! I didn't know she was 37. She looked good for 37.
Nunes is 31 though. I didn't think she was that young.
I didn't think so. I didn't even know Holly Holmes was that old.
Would you let me give their numbers?
I would take Holly Holmes. Even though I think she's married, I'll take Holly Holmes.
I wasn't talking about romantically or sexually, if that's where you were going. I'm talking about their records.
Yeah, totally.
Good grief, Devin.
That's totally what I meant. Yeah, so Amanda Nunes, 17-4, Holly Holmes 12-4. I just think, God, that's gonna be another good fight. That's probably why they promoted it. So,
All right, so can you give me a rundown of their styles again? I think we mentioned it, but I'm not 100%.
Yeah, we did. Holly Holmes is a wrestler.
Mm-hmm.
Amanda Nunes is judo, Brazilian judo.
Judo.
Judo. Yeah, I can't talk. She's from Brazil.
Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. So that's
a lot of pelvis.
Exactly. That's like their.
I know you like that.
Oh yeah. Anyway.
I'm sorry. We're joking. We're joking.
We're joking. No.
We're not serious.
We're not serious at all. Anyway.
Nunes is 17-4, 0. Holly Holm is 12-4, 0.
I think that one's gonna end up on the ground as well. Ground and pound. If I was Amanda Nunes, I'd stay on my feet.
Once again, wrestling in its basic form is very core related.
Exactly.
So it's a lot of grappling and throwing. It's not staying in one place for long. It's putting your enemy on the ground and forcing them into submission.
Exactly. And I think judo, she just needs to, you understand judo. I'm struggling under, judo.
I know
martial arts quite well.
Well,
I've studied a little bit.
If you were a mad nudist, how would you prepare for Holly Holm since you understand judo a little better than I do? Because I'm still learning judo.
See, you want to get very grounded, very low to the ground, to where it's very hard to grapple and flip you over.
Exactly what Holly Holmes is going to do, because again, she's a wrestler at heart.
Yes. So you want to counter that with strong blows, and you want to get her off kilter. You need to get her off rhythm and try to get her into some way where she's uncomfortable and she's on the fence.
Yeah.
If you get her against the wall and where you can get multiple hits in, that's probably the best course of action, especially for situations in the octagon like these. They are in the octagon, right?
Yeah, they're in the octagon. Yeah, don't worry, Kyle.
I haven't watched in a little bit.
This ain't like WWE. It's not gonna come out in pyro. You know, they ain't like that.
I didn't think it was like that at all.
Bro, you know,
Are we including that as a sport now?
I mean, it's in the, it's in the sport.
I include that as,
It
more
is
of a sport than EA.
It is.
EA is more of a sport to me.
It's in that sector. Look, there's a
I know it's in the sector, and I have respect for it because I understand how much they need to work out and to be able to take hits like that.
Exactly, but it's in
It's
that,
a lot of it is staged though, and I do understand that.
But it is athletic at heart.
It really is.
Back in the day, though, it was real. Legit, back in the day, though, it was real.
Pardon the
When they were in
sad man beside me, whispering sweet nothings into the
this microphone. I just yell into the microphone. It's real to me. No,
you know they can hear you.
I know. No, legit. There's a meme out there where it was a guy, and it was like some guy in his like late 30s wearing an.
Oh no, I've heard. Trust me.
The
We live in the region where wrestling is real.
Wrestling. I like that John.
I love me wrestling.
I love me some Ric Flair going woo on it. Woo.
I miss Ric Flair. So let's talk about the Happy Meal.
All right, we're gonna go into the next section here in just one.
No, we're gonna talk about this, and then we're gonna take a break real quick.
You want to talk about the Happy Meal and then go on to the next thing? All right, we'll talk about.
All right, so Devin, this Happy Meal. Slow internet. All right, you can see it though, right?
Yeah, it's happy. The new Happy Meal.
All right, so this is a face of terror in my eyes.
I mean, I personally just like the commercials, when they were promoting the movie, like the Batman movies. Batman came around the corner with his Batmobile and he threw the little toy for the kid, and the kid was like, Batman! And
I don't remember any of this.
You don't remember?
We're the same age. Our birthdays are the same one.
I'm going to say, you're like, what, 19 days older than me?
I think so. I'm not doing math right now. I may be a nerd, but I'm a little tired. It's like 12 a.m. It's about 1. But this is like Majora Mask level creepy.
Dude,
this was very popular in
I thought it was today.
This was very popular in Europe for a while.
Really?
And about a couple years ago when we were in high school.
What the heck? Well, go back to the lady with a knife. Alright, look.
Nightmare fuel!
Look, there's a heavy-set lady with the Happy Mace field carved on her face with a knife. Oh, that's normal. That's like our age group. When we got the Happy.
That's a child in a car suit. That's not her age group, Devin.
That's when we were kids. We did that mess as a kid.
I did not do that. That's what I do.
You know, you threw a Happy Meal on your head as a kid.
I didn't.
I did.
I know you did. I can tell that by looking at you.
That's as much. What? Literally.
Why are there so many pictures of women, heavy-set women with Happy Meals on their head?
Is that a woman? That's the same lady from before, except she's wearing a horse head.
I know, Devin.
God, welcome to America.
Welcome to the internet, Devin.
Oh,
all right, but seriously, this face has been like, they tested in the Americas.
Yeah.
People were terrified.
Children
got nightmares.
Yeah, look at that.
This is what me and my ex-girlfriend used to joke about. Imagine seeing this in the dark.
God, I wouldn't even want to work at McDonald's if I came in early in the morning, lights were off, and I saw that in a corner, I'd pee my pants.
I mean, it's not something you want to actually see.
I mean, if I'm eating my burger, I'm having a bum day, that face.
Hey, here's an Angry Birds.
Oh, God, don't get me started on Angry Bird.
Dude, stop throwing things. I know you hate Angry Birds.
God, the Angry Bird movie.
Hey, this one reminds me of some of our friend group.
God. Dude, don't get me started on the Angry Bird movie.
I didn't say I liked it. Why does that one look stoned?
That one?
Yeah. Is that any less creepy?
Is that?
This one has a pie.
Oh, it's like pie in the face.
Oh, here's a potato. But the potato looks stupid.
That looks like a ripped off version of Potato Head.
I'm not saying you're wrong, but I'm not saying you're right.
Golly, welcome to America.
Hey, here's an Attack on Titan. Why does it fit so well?
That's actually pretty good.
All right. On that note, I think it's about time we take a break.
Alright, we're gonna take a break and talk to something new here in a minute, so give us just one moment. Stop. Alright, guys.
Okay, we're back.
Alright, guys, we're
We
back.
decided we did some research, and with Devin's sweet tea addiction.
Oh yeah, very, very strong sweet tea. I pour the whole sugar in the thing.
All right, Rick and Morty over there, belching through.
Hey man, I love Rick and Morty.
So we
Hashtag
decided to
season
talk
3.
about the World Cup.
Wait. Rick and Morty, are they on is season 3 coming out? Or are they on season 4?
Not yet.
Season 3, right?
Yeah, it's still season.
Woohoo! Hashtag hope my boy Jerry does better. Hey, I felt bad for Jerry in season 2 of Rick and Morty.
I'm not gonna say I felt bad for him.
Well, I mean, yeah, he deserved what happened to him, but I was like, shoot.
Don't spoil it. Don't ruin it for the viewers. What if they haven't watched it?
Oh, spoiler alert in 3, 2, 1, 1.5, 2.5.
You can't count
3.5.
backwards.
Well, I'm not trying to be a jerk. I'm giving them a quick second because the one.
To recap on what they just listened to.
No, it's a, fast.
That ending, though. Okay, we're moving on.
All right,
from that.
I'm not gonna ruin Rick and Morty. Let's just say.
All right,
Women's soccer, because World Cup.
Oh, I misspelled that when searching it.
What did you spell?
I don't know. My dyslexia. Oh, I only put one C. That's why. My dyslexia was.
Anyway, we're gonna talk about the Women's World Cup because the women's team is the champ and they are the bomb and they're gonna be world
They
champs again.
recently beat Britain
Oh yeah.
a couple days before 4th of July.
Oh yeah, that's how we do it down here.
And how did that one player, what was her name, celebrate?
Oh, she said, I'm sipping.
Alex Morgan, was it?
Yep, Alex Morgan.
She celebrated by sipping tea with her pinky up.
Oh yeah, she was a beast.
Wasn't that her birthday as well, if I'm not mistaken?
Oh yeah, she said, I'm celebrating with style, sipping the tea, like that meme with Kermit. She even
Do you think it was a little cocky, though?
Honestly, yes. Also, I mean,
Do you think she was in the right to do it?
oh, that's a good question. I mean, I didn't think it was that bad, personally.
Do you think it was not too bad morally?
Oh no, I mean, like, I think she probably did overdo it.
To be fair, it's been how long since the war? I mean, my ancestors fought in it.
I mean, it's been a long. I mean, yeah. I mean, if I was Great Britain, if I would have scored on USA, I would have done something very redneckish. What's something very Americanized?
This picture.
When the family leaves Uncle Mike in charge of the fireworks. Oh God, that's inappropriate. I can't even. I'm not even.
Why did it take you so long to figure that out?
Because I was looking at the 2 fireworks and then I was like, wait, it's. I'm not. No, we're not going. This is. I'm trying to keep this family friendly.
Really?
Leave Uncle Mike in charge of the fireworks. No, we're not leaving Uncle Mike in charge of the fireworks anymore. Dirty mud, Uncle Mike.
All right, so the women's soccer.
Anyway, did I think she overdid it? Yes. I honestly think in American sports we are starting to get cocky. Our athletes are starting to get cocky.
I mean, Germany,
throughout our sports history, there have been some cocky players.
it's definitely unsportsmanlike, I will say. Do I think it was particularly out of line? I don't think so.
You don't think so?
I don't think it was necessarily too far out of line. I do think it was a little cocky in a way. She did just win. Was it not her birthday, if I'm not mistaken?
Yeah, it was her birthday. I think that's why I got a headline, because they were like, "Oh, celebrate with her birthday because she threw up the T sign." Like, I'm like, so, but like,
I don't think it was something necessarily worth broadcasting about.
Yeah, I mean, obviously they're gonna do it because it's live. I mean, yeah, because soccer always has crazy celebration anyway.
That's fair.
So I just.
I mean, we both played soccer back in the day.
Yeah, I know. When I was 127 pounds. Which
Back when I was 100.
God, we're getting old. Now we're sitting here at 133 and 144.
I mean, you don't know how long it took me to get this high. I used to be severely underweight, Devin.
You're doing great. Just keep drinking a sweet
But
tea.
I was known as the tile driver back in the day.
That was just me. But yeah, anyway, yeah, it was kind of. Did I think it deserved the buzz it got? Nah, because soccer has that culture of being.
Little bit of, would you say, cocky?
Yeah, it's got that.
It adds a little flavor to the game.
It just, yeah. It's part of the game's culture. Just like, and before the NFL got all, oh, you can't, before the NFL was like finding people every other second. That's how.
Wait, are they allowed to touch stances still?
Like,
They aren't.
NFL is not allowed to do anything.
Really?
Yeah, like you can
What is this, high school?
yeah, like they can't even do so. You know how they used to dance and stuff, and like jump on. The,
I'm not going to say
goal
it's
posts.
unsportsmanlike, but I will say...
They kept it tame because at some point it was getting
I mean, there should be regulations, but I don't think there should be excessive ones.
Yeah, that's like the
I mean,
sportsmanship
it-
was getting out of control.
It adds a little flavor, I will say that. But individuals can take it out of control.
That was the problem. All the big stars back in this was like the early 2000s with Terry.
They take it personal in some situations, which
Exactly.
I'm not saying.
Oh yeah, dude. Because like some team, like a player like dance, like Terry Owens, that played for the Eagles and stuff like that. He was a big show off. Like literally, one of the games, he scored a touchdown.
Showboating can be a real problem.
Exactly, like he was a big showboater. That's what I was trying to say. They fine you for showboating.
Yeah.
And like one of the big guys that used to do it back in the early 2000s was Terry Owen, Hall of Famer wide receiver.
Because I know where I went to high school, we weren't allowed to make any hand signs or anything.
Oh, well that's because that's gang related. That's one thing. Yeah.
Well, no, I mean like pointing to the sky,
really?
to
And
God, anything.
y'all couldn't even
Take
be
a
like
knee.
you couldn't be like praise Jesus. Like,
No, we couldn't do that.
y'all couldn't go.
You just had to walk away.
Really?
Yeah, nothing. You couldn't like do a little jig, anything.
Wow.
Like, say I finished a cross country race. I couldn't do a little dance afterwards.
You just had to go get that water.
Had to walk straight off, get the water, straight face. I was told I wasn't allowed to walk around the path outside whilst others were lapping to support my other.
You couldn't even support your teammate. Like you couldn't like get water.
Not like that.
Okay.
I mean, I wasn't allowed to give them stuff while they were running, but I couldn't like run from one part of the course to another really fast to support him from one side to the other.
Really?
I had to stay in one spot or casually walk to another.
On football, when I played football, they were heavy on that because, there's a theory, theory in sports. If they do it in the pros, it's going to trickle down to college and high school. Which, the Georgia High School Athletic Association had their rules on showboating. We literally had a goalpost torn down my senior year. A kid tore it down.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that was a fun game. We got our snot beat out of us. A kid jumped up and grabbed it, came straight off the ground like it bended. You're not supposed to jump up and grab the bottom part. Guys were doing that because it tears them up and it tears them. Stuff like that.
See, I will say there was one high school game. We were having a memorial game for a kid that died at my high school. He died in a car crash, and to honor him, we were having a whiteout game. Now, a rival school came by, and they were extremely disrespectful. They kept
Are you serious?
Yeah, they kept cussing, and they would throw stuff at us. And
At y'all?
when we had a moment of silence, they talked as loud as they could. And when they got kicked out of the games by the refs, the refs called the game. They were like, "Okay, you guys are done.
Yeah.
You need to leave. Go get on the bus."
They called the game. Did y'all win?
Well, we won because they called the game, and we were winning points-wise. But
How far was it? Do you remember how long y'all were in the game? Was it like halfway through, fourth
it
quarter?
was about fourth quarter. But by the time they got on the bus, they blared the horn and made so much noise as possible,
That's disrespectful.
especially during the moment of silence. They made it out as a point to disrespect our school as much as possible.
Was it one of your guys that passed away?
Mm-hmm.
Bro, that's crazy because when I was playing ball, we have a rivalry with another school. I'm not gonna say the school because I don't want to give it away, our location. But like one of the rivalry schools, we literally live like 5 minutes apart. You know the county I'm talking about.
Yeah.
Dude,
The B one.
yeah, the B one. Not a cuss. This ain't a cuss word. We're just trying to keep our private life safe. Anyway, yeah, the B school. Like we were 5 minutes away from each other.
To be fair, I would like to point out that the rival school I'm talking about started with a
B.
With a G, not a B.
Oh, I was talking.
I mean,
about
for
mine.
me.
Oh, you're starting.
Don't be so self-centered.
talking about me now.
Okay.
No, go ahead.
No, that's all I had to say about that. It started with a G.
Yeah, mine started with a B, and literally we were like not even 5 minutes apart from each other county-wise. And they were the stuck-up rich
See,
kids.
we weren't even 5 minutes away from this school.
That's how we weren't either. But everybody treated people from my hometown like trash.
Yeah, that's how they treated us.
That's how we
They believed they were like first-class citizens and we were second.
That's how I was. I got trash thrown on me during the game, and I had a little kid come up and be like I will say our mascot was Tigers. Little kid, probably about 3 years old, saying we hate the Tigers, and I'm just sitting there like, are you kidding me? Like I get it. You can have rivalry in sports, but come on, don't make it hateful. It's a hateful one.
No, I will say we basketball-wise, we had some good people. There's a school up here that we played in high school.
Yeah.
And they were like, well, at least we can go home and say the Lions won. We can't say which Lions won, but at least the Lions won. They were good sports about it. I mean, they didn't win, but they were kind and they were generous to they were nice about coming to our court. They weren't excessively mean about it, like, oh, we hate your school.
Exactly.
I mean, we had a slight rivalry, but
It wasn't out of control.
at the end of the day, when the game was done, it was civil.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what some schools like. That was really our only hateful rivalry in our in our little region.
I mean, at our school we have that one who has a mascot of vegetables.
Dude, oh my god, that drive. All right, so when,
I'm not gonna lie to you, the drive is awful.
do you want to mention this school? That way we can tell people not to go there, just to avoid the drive.
I don't want to.
You don't want to?
I want to build up a fan base about not wanting to go to this school. Can we
fight
do
over
that?
it. Yeah, why not? I mean,
We just gave it away. There's only one school that will have that.
Well, good. They're gonna literally Google fighting okra, and they're gonna be like,
Seriously, look up the YouTube videos for the fighting okra.
"Oh, you'll enjoy."
These are
them.
ads.
You will enjoy.
These
them.
are legit ads people made.
Okay,
There's
no.
one for the nursing program
Okay,
where this
no.
girl has a hangover and he just dumps a bucket of aspirin on her head.
Like, don't talk about it in detail. You might have to come back in another episode. We might have to watch them together and just roast them.
There's one about a plane. I want you to know that.
I remember the
There's
plane
at least two about a plane. The fighting
I-
ogre's flying a plane. in
I
it.
remember the plane one. That's the one I remember. 'Cause, dude, that area, dude. There's so much poverty in that. Dude, I remember sitting on the bus.
You're not wrong. I remember.
There's a lot of poverty.
So one time when we went up there, we didn't have snacks. So me and one of the coaches went, and I don't want to say ghetto as a derogatory term,
Yeah. Well,
but it
obviously,
was not a good neighborhood.
Dude, the areas we drove through were not a good neighborhood. Like, I've never seen so much poverty in
we
my
walked
life.
from gas station to gas station till we found a place that could take our credit card so we could get snacks for the team.
Y'all couldn't wait.
Like we went to at least
Did you
four
have-
gas stations.
Did you have the college's credit card?
Yes.
God, dude, our college credit cards scare me. So I'll tell you one thing about my duties at our college. I have to deal with money. I can't tell you how many times I gave our college's card to the hotel people, and I'm just afraid it's going to get declined. Like, I'm afraid I'm going to call the head coach and be like, hey,
You're
head
gonna have to
coach.
explain stuff.
Exactly. Like, if that card gets
Whoa.
declined, I'd have to call the head coach about, hey, we're getting kicked out of the hotel now because the card didn't have
Have
the
you
fund."
been kicked out of a hotel yet?
No, and there was...
Because they've kicked us out of hotels.
I mean, yeah.
Because they needed room.
Oh, no, that's happened to us, yes. They needed rooms.
And let me tell you something.
It sucks.
No. We're like I would say 5 miles from the closest city. Like, we're driving like 5 miles to the school from this hotel. There is no one coming for miles. We're like at a legit trucker stop.
Are you talking about the Fighting Okra school? Because that's where we were. We were
No,
at
just
in general.
schools in general. We'll be like staying at a hotel and we get kicked out of our rooms because they need the rooms for other guests.
God,
there
that's
are
how it
no
does.
other guests in the parking lot at all. There's no cars. We're in the middle of nowhere. They're like, we need the rooms.
That happened to us.
Excuse me? We have the rooms to the end of the day. That was an agreement.
Yeah, for real. Because go ahead and tell your story. I'm cutting you off.
No, go for it.
Bro, that same thing happened to us when we were at one place, and they told me and my boss, and we were both like, because we had kickoff at 7 o'clock,
Yeah.
so we basically just chilled at the hotel all day. This is around past breakfast time, really close to lunch. They're like, hey, we need half of y'all out of y'all's room.
Yeah, that's about
That's
how
how-
it was.
No, we were like, excuse me. They're like, hey, we need y'all out. We need these rooms. Which with us, we can understand because there was like 60 of us.
I mean, football's
62.
a much
It's a big-
more heavy sport than
Exactly.
basketball.
Which I'm surprised they kicked y'all. Y'all were taking how many rooms? Like 5 maybe? If you do 2
Well,
rooms?
20 divided by 2, that's
10.
Yeah, so we're taking about 10 rooms.
See, we're taking
That's
about...
not including coaches.
Really?
Yeah, coaches about 11, 12.
Really?
Yeah. That's when we had a bigger team too.
Okay, that's when you guys were big
And
rock.
still, we weren't taking up that many rooms comparison to the hotel. The hotel
Wait,
had
the,
about
the women's team was with y'all too, right? Are they?
No, they already checked out because they were playing much earlier than us. You got to remember that.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah, that's right, dude. It was just crazy time to be alive. So I'm saying, like, I got kicked out of my room,
Yeah.
and I was like,
Oh, trust me, I'm always the number one to get kicked out of my room, and I
know.
typically don't have a bed.
That's
back
like
when this happened.
my boss was like, I ain't leaving. My boss was like, do you mind giving up your room? I'm like, yeah, cause like I already did my job for the day. I couldn't do anything until game day anyway, or like game time anyway. So I was like, yeah, I don't mind, cause they had like a little common room, They left us the dining room. They had this big old dining room for us. So I just
Yeah.
chilled in the dining room, ate my smoker sandwich.
See, I was told to go chill on somebody else's room.
I was offered that.
There was like 6 of us in one room, one person in the bed, another person in a different bed. I was sitting in a chair. We're all just sitting there twiddling our thumbs. One guy's on the floor, the other guy's just standing awkwardly in the corner. We don't know what to do. Like, there at least, I don't know how many rooms with this. We've got about 4 rooms total
Really?
with just people in them, and we're all just like packed to the max because we keep getting kicked out of our rooms because they need the rooms. We're literally in a place, I kid you not, the sign said the armpit of Alabama.
Really?
Yeah.
Got it.
There was nothing but a Subway and a gas station by us. No cars for miles. I never saw any traffic there. There was no one coming through.
That's crazy.
Yeah, it was bad. We got kicked out for no reason. Because we needed the room for all the other guests that weren't coming.
Weren't there no other guest?
There weren't. I watched. I stared them down as I left.
Did you really?
I stole a lot of tea when I left, too.
I remember that.
That free contemplate.
Dude, I stole free soap.
I
I mean, no, we didn't steal anything.
You didn't actually steal anything. It,
It
was provided
given.
for
It was
you.
given. Yeah, it was.
It was provided for us, but we made sure we took as much as we could when
I
we left.
took, dude. I took that.
The amount of toilet paper I stole for us,
Dude, we needed that toilet paper.
I know.
It was great.
All right.
I stole that toilet paper too, dude. When I went to that hotel,
I mean, you need it, especially when you're in college.
God, yes. I mean, I know there's public restrooms on campus, but this ain't like we living in the freshman dorms. No, I ain't talking about that dorm, man. If you go to a college with a public restroom, like a hall restroom, good luck to you. It's not as bad as you think, but you'll have moments.
All right, so we're gonna talk about the women's soccer back on topic.
I know.
Because we're about 18, 19 minutes into this.
I know. We probably talked about 4 minutes of women's soccer, and then we just started on this rant.
I mean,
Wait, how did we get started on? Oh, we're talking about celebrations and.
yeah.
I mean,
Unfairness. All right, so what do you think about the women's soccer?
dude, they're all bad to the bone.
Can you give a little context?
Dude, they're bad to the bone, man.
All right,
they're beast.
Can you stop quoting old songs?
Dude, they're beasts, bro. Like, I'm telling you.
All right, you brought up the modern song references a little bit, but can you tell me about their play style?
Crap. I wish I could at this moment, but I can't.
Can you tell me about their top players? I heard something about her not being able to play.
The lady that celebrated?
No, that was Alexa Morgan.
Oh, number
Or
15.
Alex Morgan, sorry.
Oh, number 15. Dude, I have not watched any women's soccer.
Is it Jill Elias?
I think so.
Jill Elias.
An English-born American. Oh, no, this is their coach. Yo, she's actually beast. I didn't know she was English-born.
This is a part of the podcast where we
Where
look up a little bit of the information that we didn't do before. Because we went on rants
About unsportsmanship.
and about our trials and tribulations to college
Hey,
athletes.
was she married? Is the head women's soccer coach married? I want to see that.
All right, you're going to learn with us. Betsy Stephenson. Is she a lesbian? Huh.
Copy and paste that name. Let's see. It might be a man's name.
I'm quite certain that's a female. It doesn't tell me. Jill's wife, so I would assume so.
Huh.
I mean,
Yeah, right
Is?
there it says,
girlfriend.
yeah, I guess an old
And
one.
it says wife there. Was that your cues?
Huh?
Was that the cues for right there?
I guess so, yeah. Oh, 2015. Well, good for her.
I mean, it is 2019.
Yeah, we're not hating. 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 Whatever else
All right,
they say
if
about-
you keep saying we're not hating, they're gonna assume we're hating.
Yeah, we're not hating. I just, hey, did we need to tell them what we thought our buddy Jakar thought I was a racist?
No one needed to know that.
Oh.
To be fair, your preferences on Bumble and Tinder weren't exactly helpful in your situation.
All right, we're not going down
But
that
you're
road.
not as bad as one guy we knew in college.
Oh, yeah, the KKK. I had a KKK.
And we're gonna leave that
We're
there.
going to leave that there. We might have to go on stand-up for that one. All right, well,
We're gonna start a stand-up one.
I mean, we might as well tell that at a stand-up club. We're not going to say this on podcast.
What stand-up clubs are you going to?
Apparently, Brewhouse is stand-up night. Open mic.
Where?
Brewhouse, downtown.
And you're a stand-up comic now.
No, dude.
I'm more of a comic than you.
Dude, I don't
And
know.
it's just about
No, my boss does
life.
My boss does it. She told me about it. She's like, yeah, I gotta do.
Your boss is a female?
Yeah, Maya.
Are we talking about the football or
No, my one.
the other one?
Yeah, Maya. She's like, yeah, I do open mic night at the brew house.
We need to go see her. Oh, your battery's low.
We'll figure out what you can while I go find the charger.
Oh.
We'll figure it out in a minute. When we
All
do
right,
our next
guys,
break.
we're gonna. I'm gonna stall. I mean, I'm gonna look up information, and you're gonna stay with me while Devin goes off to go on an amazing journey that shouldn't take him long. Did you already find it?
Yes, it was literally like laying right here.
All right. Well, that was quick. So
I mean, I'm always prepared, even though we're not.
that is
prepared.
not true. I have
not
known you
prepared.
for how long?
5 years.
Yep. It's
It
dead.
is dead.
The computer's dead.
No, this is.
All of our information is dead, so
Well, here's their
enjoy
point.
this rendition of Devin rambling about why his computer's dead.
Well, see, here's the thing about women's soccer. I will say they're very aggressive when they attack. Last I checked, so they're high scoring and physical. They're physical, so they got that going for them. They're bad to the bone.
I'm gonna apologize now for both of us. We're a bit sleep deprived. We've had long weeks. Devin's worked at his job,
2 jobs.
2 jobs, and you got me over here with my own personal issues, which would take its own podcast just to explain, and I'm not gonna do that.
I wouldn't.
That's too weird. Devin, while your computer's on literally 5%,
I'm telling you, it dies at 5. It doesn't.
give me
fully
your
die.
best stand-up. Now.
So 2 soccer teams walk into the field. Walk onto the field, and USA wins, baby. USA. USA's gonna take it all.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I believe them.
You know,
They won last time.
you know. Recently, we talked about how I was in Honduras. I think it's also important to mention that I was in Honduras when Honduras was in the World Cup.
Oh, really? What was that like? Yeah, tell them what that was like.
So, there was jerseys everywhere. I actually have two jerseys for Honduras. One was given me as a gift after a couple years later. And then I remember sitting there watching on my computer with with a couple of the elderly women from the kitchen.
Were they cooking the stir fry?
This isn't China.
I'm just thinking of the Migos.
Devin, you worry me.
I'm just thinking about the Migos.
All right, so
Cooking the stir fry.
Good
Oh yeah,
grief.
we are asleep as pride.
I told you we were.
Oh yeah, I'm getting there. I'm thinking.
How many
about
hours of sleep did you get? I got like 4. I don't get much sleep anymore, kids. College has done that to me.
I mean, I was pushing about 6.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah, no, I don't know why I'm sleep deprived. I guess because like I go to.
Well, you're used to 8.
Yeah.
I'm yawning right now. That's gonna be on the podcast. But yeah,
It'll be alright.
so we're all huddled around this computer that's broadcasting, and it's extremely pixelated, Devin. Like it's poorly. Like you can tell people are running, but it's like 2-bit style.
Sick.
Because we have probably the best interconnection there from miles around. But we were so hyped about watching the game, and we're watching with some of the natives there that were worked at where we were staying. And we're all cheering on. I forget who we were playing, who Honduras was playing.
Dude, I can't remember neither.
It's been so long.
Was it the 2014 World Cup?
I think so. Yeah, it was.
Yeah. Were they playing America?
I don't think so. I think they were playing France.
Stupid France.
It was either France or Germany. It was Europe. I remember.
I feel like if it was Germany, they get stupid.
I think it was Uruguay.
Uruguay?
That was playing in the what's it called?
In the group stages.
No, they were playing at the airport. In front that where we landed. All right, so there's a bunch of houses, and we're flying down, and we're going at high speeds, and we're going right by these houses, and we're dangerously close to hitting them. But it's the only place to land for miles. It's like the second or most dangerous. It's either second or fourth most dangerous airports in the world. It's Honduras, and it's beautiful, but it's horrifying to watch takeoff.
Just speaking to the mic.
I am.
Okay, just checking.
I'm loud enough.
Okay, just making sure.
I mean, I may be shy, but
Hey,
hey.
we're doing great. We're like 30 minutes into this one segment. We're doing great.
How many segments are we doing? Are we calling it quits after this?
I mean, low key, I was in for 30 minutes, but we've
Devin,
been
you
having
look
fun.
rough right now.
I mean, we're doing.
Your
great.
hair's a mess.
We're doing, dude. I need
You're almost out of sweet tea.
I'm almost at. Yeah, I know. It's a freaking mad world we're living right now.
It's the only source of caffeine he's got going for him.
Mm-hmm. We live in the South. That's all I got. Some sweet tea.
Oh, good grief.
That's all I got.
So he does this weird voice anytime he drinks any type of liquid.
Doing great. But nah, man, it's just.
I think we could contest for next GMM.
Huh?
Good Mythical Morning. I think we can contest. Clearly, we're on that level.
Dude, good mythical morning. I'd love to go on that.
You know, they started in South Carolina.
Really?
Yeah. Rhett's from Georgia, actually.
Wow. Dude, they were blood. I was reading their book.
Really? You read books?
Yes, go. And it had pictures. That's why I read it.
It has pictures. That's fine. Okay.
Yeah, you know me, picture books. I'm the one with the sports degree here.
Which book were you reading?
They're a newer one.
The one about the mystery?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, is it good? I want to read that.
No, it's like their biopic.
The older one, then.
Yeah, well, is it? It might be old now.
Well, they were recently released a new one on.
It was their.
I think it's season 15 of GMM.
Yeah, it's not their mystery one. It was their latest biopic. It's like a year old.
Yeah, that's about a year.
Yeah, it's been about a year. It's good. I haven't finished it. It's good. It makes me understand them better,
Okay.
which I recommend it. It's a pretty good book.
What would you, as someone who regularly watches, what can you tell me that would change how I view about them?
Dude, I can't think of it this very moment. I just thought it was a good book. To me, like, I'm not a hardcore fan of them. I enjoy them casually.
I would say I'm a pretty good fan.
I
have listened to them since I was, I think, middle school or high school.
I mean, like, they do all their live shows. I'd go to one of their shows.
They got one coming to Atlanta, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think they took it to
I don't have money for that.
Yeah, I don't know. I ain't going down to Atlanta.
We poor.
We broke.
We just found these chairs in a closet.
And we did, and they're squeaky.
Very. They need some WD-40.
I'm surprised they didn't break on us.
Don't say that. They may break. You're going to sit down in them again and they're going to shatter.
Probably will.
All right. So now that we've jinxed that,
I'm waiting.
I think it's the best transfer.
We didn't talk about what we were going to talk about. Let's talk about Hollywood actors that are actually athletic. Like we just saw the Spider-Man movie earlier today. You wanted to talk about that real fast.
Okay. All right, so I'm a bit of a nerd if you haven't guessed yet.
Nerd. It's hard. I am too.
I was about to say.
I am too. Don't worry.
You're a redneck nerd.
Yee yee. Hey,
We don't do that here.
I identify as a fake redneck.
To quote Infinity War, we don't do that here.
Who said that?
I don't know. Who did? Can you tell me?
No, I can't. Was it the bug lady?
You mean Mantis?
Is that her name?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah, that was Mantis.
Low-key,
But she didn't say that.
But low-key, they call her in the movie Bug Lady.
I just like you sometimes.
Did they not? Did they call her?
They called her Mantis before.
I think it was Drax, because Drax called her the Bug Lady.
He didn't call her that. I don't think she did.
Anyway, Kyle, do you think that actors these days have athletic abilities and they're using them in their movies?
I think that definitely helped. Tom Holland
Yeah, that's what we were thinking.
definitely is trained some with acrobatics, which is why he got the role for Spider-Man so easily. He does do most of his own stunts.
But he doesn't do them all, which obviously that's in a contract.
He has 2 other stunt doubles who help him out a good bit.
Yeah, but 90% of the time, isn't it him? I think it's like 90% of the time it's him.
I think it's a good bit.
I think it's a good bit. I think it's.
He's young, spry.
He's actually our age.
He's 23. He's 1 year older than us.
I mean, we'll be 23 in a couple months.
Don't tell me how old I'm getting.
Look, bro, face the reality. We're as old as Spider-Man. Let's embrace it. I mean, he's still in high school.
Do you want to analyze how wrong that was?
Look, Tom Holland looks like he's 18, and we can look 18 too.
Devin, I got mistaken as a high schooler last week.
And I got called 11-year-old Bill Gates last grade.
That doesn't make any sense. You don't look like him.
I don't know. That's what a lady told me. And
I'm going to pull up a picture of Bill Gates on my phone.
Go ahead. I know I don't look like him. That's what the lady told me. I thought it was nice. But yeah, do you think... But yeah, before we get backtracking, I think so too, especially in a lot of sports movies. They're starting to do that. Oh Lord, you're pulling it up. Oh God, he's pulling it up.
This is what they told you look like. That looks nothing like you.
I take the compliment pretty well.
Devin, that did not look good.
I know.
That was an insult.
You know what? Bill Gates is rich. And I want to be rich too. And I want to own Microsoft.
How greedy of you.
Oh man, you know I got college debt to pay.
That is very true. We both do.
Yeah, I know. Luckily, shockingly, my loans have not been that bad than I thought.
Well, I mean, we have a good person over in the office. Hey, look, here's some... Oh, dear, that's about to play.
No, don't play our friend's talent show.
Seymour?
Yeah, don't play Seymour's singing.
Think of the plant when I say that. You nerds out there will get what I'm talking about. Devin won't.
I won't.
singing plant?
Yeah, no.
Sable.
Is that the movie Little Monster House or whatever?
I think so.
Yeah, it's that. It's an old.
I'm not going to correct you if you're wrong.
It's a classic with the giant
Why is
plant.
it so much of your friend Seymour?
I think it's because I shared it with you and it won't back up.
It's going away. It's Spider-Man Far From Home times.
Well, we've seen it. It's a great movie. But yeah,
1:30, 4:10, 7, 9:40. Those are the times for where we live.
it was a great movie. But yeah, I think
Can you give me a rundown of the movie? What you thought of it?
I thought it was pretty enjoyable.
I was kind of disappointed.
Really, I thought the ending was. I'm trying not to spoil it. I thought the ending.
The ending was the biggest.
That was a letdown for me. The ending was.
No,
kinda-
the ending was the biggest shocker.
I mean, yeah, it was a shocker, but
I feel like
at one point I was like,
it lacked shocking. It was one of those movies where you go and you can figure out
Like-
what's gonna happen in the first 5 minutes.
See, I fell for it. That one
You
plot.
always do.
Well, because I thought they were gonna be different. Like I saw it coming at first.
It's always the same. It's cookie cutter.
I know, but I was like, maybe because you know how the MCU is. You know how Marvel Studios has been. They've been trying to.
See, I have the problem of going to movies. I'll go to a movie, I'll pay for it, and then I'll sit through it, and like the first
I
5 minutes.
I saw that plot because the story.
I
I
knew
didn't bel- I
about the
didn't bel-
character because I
Was
read
I-
in the comments.
I have too, and I was waiting for it. And I was like,
I saw what was gonna happen. I'm like,
see, I thought they were.
here we go again.
Exactly. I thought they were gonna ignore the comics.
Now they did deviate a little bit,
That's what I'm saying. Then I was like, but then midway through the movie, I was like,
but the
Oh,
character overall.
you guys might want to log off for this section because we might end up spoiling it. So
No, we won't.
we won't. Okay,
I'll make sure of that.
Okay, good.
I will slap you in the face if you spoil it,
Good. I'm trying not to spoil
and
it.
they'll get to enjoy that.
I'm sure they will. They're gonna hear a lot of papa coming through your ears.
Like that, obviously.
But
I didn't even do anything yet.
I know.
Just sip on your sweet tea, Kermit.
Be like Emily slapping the crap out of me in Staples.
That's called a gib slap, sir. That's
God,
when you do something stupid.
God, she smacked the crap out of me.
Boy, we told you to go put something up. You went around the store, you went on the scenic route, and then went, oh, that's where it goes.
I like that purse.
I'm glad.
All right, I could rock that purse.
I disagree.
I thought it brought out my eyes.
It didn't, it was clear.
Exactly, just like my eyes.
You mean like your glasses?
Yes, because I don't even think they're clear.
They're
No.
clear, Devin.
Well, they
How are you seeing through them?
I mean, yeah, but they got like a smudge around the edge.
That doesn't mean they're not clear.
Look, it was a nice bag, and I legit thought she got it from a bag section.
I think we should log off.
I think it's time to go too. Anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoy this episode of More Sports.
I guess I'll have to come back on with you at another time to debate the EA.
The EA Sports tournaments, the Major League Gaming.
Yeah.
Oh, that's gonna be like a full hour. I get to see it now. It's gonna be a full
I mean,
hour.
how long are we this? About an hour?
It's an hour and something because we got 3 sections, and I labeled.
Don't give away your filling process.
I mean, I'll have to break it down. I don't even know what I'm gonna name this section.
The editing is going to be immaculate.
It's gonna be great considering.
I'm going to sip on my drink real quick. For that sassy moment.
Oh yeah, let me sip my tea. But yeah, anyway, guys.
I really hope you guys enjoyed.
Yeah, we hope you guys enjoyed. You guys, any of my people out there that are any of my fans that are hardcore listeners, you're probably done listening to me. Have Kyle come on, nice little change up. Otherwise, me just sitting here talking about random sports crap.
Please tell me you're not monotone the
I feel like I don't know.
You got to liven it up.
I know. I need.
Like a Baptist church on Sunday. Anybody that's Baptist will know that's not how that goes. Our dance move is lift my hands up
and put them down.
Yeah, that's about it.
Yeah,
But yeah,
it's not like in some churches where they're clapping in unison. You know what I'm saying? They do the little like, yeah.
we don't do that here.
I wish we did. That'd be great.
Did you figure out who said that?
No, it's gonna keep.
I'm gonna have to tell you about now.
Alright.
It's Black Panther.
when Hulk greets him, he bows.
Oh yeah,
Because-
because
Because
Rhodey.
Don Cheadle.
Yeah.
Don Cheadle's
War-
character goes, War Machine
we don't
goes,
You have to bow here.
he's a king, you need to bow. So Bruce Banner, Mark Ruffalo bows, and he goes, we don't do that here.
Dude, that's such a good movie.
It really is.
Endgame made me cry though,
It was great.
and then they re-released
The
it.
crying part. I mean, the movie was good too.
I enjoyed. Did you enjoy Endgame actually?
Oh, I loved it.
I figured, dude. Endgame.
I've been waiting so long for so many.
All right, we need to
times.
log off. We can talk about Endgame on our own.
Oh,
personal-
I'm not talking about that. I don't want to spoil it for you guys. I want someone spoiling it for me.
But yeah, so we're gonna log off and talk about Endgame in our own personal time. Thank you guys for coming to episode 3. Kyle will probably feature in another episode here, and y'all have a good day.
Adios.